Hi guys, Vaper here again. Today we're going to be having a look at a mechanical mod, the KYLIN, which I received from e-cigarette depot this morning. What? Anyway, like I said, we're going to be having a look at a mechanical mod, but what I'm going to do this time, to make sure that I give it a fair review, it's Friday, came this morning, I've been vaping on it all day with my Kalin. Okay, so like I say, it came this morning from e-cigarette depot. I've been vaping on it most of the day, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to give it a few days before I finish recording this video to give it a fair chance. Righty-ho, it's Tuesday, as you can see, 80% of the beard is gone, fancy the change. So I'm back with the KYLIN mechanical mod, still with the Kalin on it. And before we get into how it vapes, flavour and so on and so forth, we're going to dive down and have a little look at it close up. Here it is close up. We've got the top cap with the 510 connection. We've got the centre tube with the little, it's like a little bonsai tree design. We've got one extension cap and then we've got the bottom button. The button's really nice. It's got a little logo on the bottom there with the serial number 0515. I don't know if you can see that. So we're going to zoom back out and look at it going back together. It comes in four pieces. So we've got the top cap, which has got a beveled section here. Then we've got the centre tube, which screws onto the top cap. Now I haven't been screwing it on too far because I've been using it in 18650 mode. So we then have a lower tube section, which again has got the bevel. I don't know how well you can see that, but the bevel needs to be downwards, otherwise it restricts the amount of movement when you're screwing it together. And again, I haven't screwed it in too far because I'm using it in 18650 mode. It slips all the way in. Switch section screws onto the bottom. Threads are really nice, but it's a very light feeling mod. It feels tinny rather than metal-y, if that makes any sense. So there it is, all screwed together. It's got the lockable, it's a brass plated ring, it's not brass, it's same material as the rest of the device, because I can notice it's starting to fade a little bit already, and I've only had this since Friday and it's Tuesday today. So there it is in lock position. I have had one issue with this mod. I don't know if it's just bad luck or if it's a known issue with them. Let me just unscrew. I don't know if you can see inside, there's a slotted screw. Now what was happening when I was trying to unscrew the brass ring and lock, it stopped turning now, but it was continuously turning and clicking as if it wouldn't lock. But what had happened is that screw inside had come a little bit loose, so I tightened that up, and to be honest, I've not had any problems since. There she is, back together. It's small, you know, and that's in 18650 mode. I've got my Vamo here. I've got my Vamo here in 18350 mode, and as you can see, it's bigger than the KYLIN in 18650 mode. So that's one good thing about it. It's one of the good things about it. I like the size of it. It's quite stealthy if you've got to have a sly vape without anyone seeing what you're doing. It's pretty good for that. So there it is with a tank atomizer on it. It's my Kalin that I use all the time. And let's see how she vapes. Okay, so there's plenty of vapour, but I don't know, my opinion maybe, how can I say this without sounding like a tool? I'm not really sure how much of the performance is based on the mod or based on the cracking. I've got a 1.6 ohm single coil micro coil with a cotton wick. It's a 7030 PG liquid, so I don't know. To my mind, a mechanical mod is push the button to fire and release the button to stop firing. It's not regulated. You can't do anything apart from use a kick, which I'm not using, to change how the mod performs. It's basically just, it's on, it's off, it's on, it's off. Ooh, bang. So, I don't know. But it is producing a lot of vapour. So if I pop this tank onto my trusty Vamo, my Vamo's on 12 watts, it's actually 1.7 ohm coil, and we'll take a puff using the same tank, same liquid, just a different mod. It's a Vamo variable voltage, variable wattage mod. There's definitely more vapour from the Vamo, but like I say, it's set on 12 watts, and mechanical mod just is unregulated, so the performance is going to be better on a on a mechanical. Okay, so what do I like about it? The main thing I like about it is I just like the feel of it in my hand. It sounds wrong, but you know what I mean. I like the way it feels. It's comfortable. It's very comfortable, and it's small. You know, you can quite easily take a stealthy hit. You don't need to, you know, you're not sort of playing the trombone while you're trying to vape, which is good for when you're going out and about. What I don't like about it, it does feel a little bit, do I want to use the word cheap? No, you can tell it's a budget mechanical mod. It was only £19.99, which is really cheap. There was £3 something or other postage, but it does feel cheaper than some of the other mods that I've got, you know, the Vamo, even my K100, which is a relatively inexpensive mod, feels a lot more substantial. But even though this and the K100 are both bottom button firing, I much prefer this. This is it's well worth 20 quid of anyone's money. Well worth it, and it looks nice as well. You know, the tank sits on it nicely. You know, it looks cool. It does look really cool, and I do like it. I'm really pleased with it. Another thing you need to bear in mind, I'm a fairly new reviewer. If you've seen any of my other videos, you'll know that from how few of them there are. I haven't got a massive collection of mods. I've got a couple of Vamos, I've got a Silver Bullet, K100, now I've got the KYLIN, so I can't give you an opinion as to how well this performs against, I don't know, a Panzer, for example, which is a high-end mod which costs 10 times as much as this does. So I don't know if this performs as well as a mod that's £150, and I'm not going to lie to you and pretend I do, but at the risk of repeating myself, if you've got 20 quid knocking about, get on the internet, ecigarettedepot.co.uk, and buy one of these, even if it's just to use as a spare mod. I've been carrying it around with me all the time instead of carrying a spare battery, so when my Vamo starts getting low on charge, I've just been whacking the tank on this mechanical mod and I'm vaping away on it, and it's doing a bloody good job, if I'm honest. I'm the Tattooed Vaper. I'm deliberately trying not to make my videos too long because I don't want to bore people. But if you've got 20 quid spare, get online, order yourself a KYLIN mechanical mod. It's well worth the money. It does a really good job for 20 quid of anyone's money, if you want my honest opinion. ecigarettedepot.co.uk. I'll post a link below and I'll put a link above me for the duration of the video. So go and buy one. Tell them the Tattooed Vaper sent you. Cheers guys, and I will speak to you again soon. Bye.